Hey kids, we're back. Despite Ryan Gosling's admirable and valiant effort, it appears as though White Boy Summer has been officially cancelled. And although BarbienHeimer will be the best double feature I've ever been to, the super special Pride Month extravaganza is finally over, which means it's time to make fun of straights again. Starting out with the internet's favorite homophobic racist, iDubbbz.
You know what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You're breaking my trust and in turn my heart.
What in God's non-existent name are you talking about?
I've sacrificed so.
A few months ago, iDubbbz and his girlfriend/wife, oh god, it's his wife, isn't it, hosted Creator Clash 2, a charity boxing event featuring all of your favorite influencers from 10 years ago, going toe-to-toe against each other, throwing wet spaghetti noodle punches for about 3 hours, famously handing out pictures of Jet Neptune to the security to make sure he didn't sneak his way in. And why? Well, it's really simple. They're better people than you, okay? And they're donating money to charity, and so we don't want those weirdo alt-right MDE trolls messing up our event. As you were probably already aware, Froggy Fresh was banned from this event because he was going to train with our friend Samuel Haid, which makes total sense to me. I mean, you're doing a charity event, you don't want the guy famous for calling people a nigger showing up. Wait, it's been a long time since that's happened, and it seemed as though all of the fallout had settled. However, it had not, because iDubbbz, possessed by some kind of demon, decided he was going to use his 5 million subscriber YouTube channel to yet again own himself, and to really come clean with the fact that, well guys, Creator Clash 2 was a complete failure, and instead of donating any money to charity, they're actually $250,000 in the hole. God, that money from Gideon would have really come in handy right about now. We're not going to go through the apology video here because it's honestly sad. The main thing you need to know is that 1, they are not sorry at all. In fact, it's your fault for not buying pay-per-view programming in the year of our Lord 2023. Also, it's the fault of commentary YouTubers like myself for talking about it, and in fact it is totally not because of the complete mismanagement of the one person who everyone has been telling you for months is going to ruin your life. No, the real issue here is that people watch content for free on the internet. It's not like 99% of people who watch Twitch never donate a cent, yet somehow most Twitch streamers who are on the top of the list are millionaires. No, it's your fault. On a side note, I'm gonna open a steak restaurant in Texas, and if it doesn't do well, I'm blaming the vegans. But don't worry kids, because iDubbbz is going to do a 24-hour stream to really give you, the viewer, the chance to give him the money that you should have given him the first time, because it would be totally inappropriate for you to just own up to your mistakes and write a check to the damn charities, right? However, don't fret, because this 24-hour stream became a 24-hour iDubbbz humiliation fest, featuring him squirting ketchup straight down his throat and ending with this.
I can explain.
Now, there are full 45-minute documentaries on this website about just how awful this woman is, specifically for him. However, I just wanted to add my 2 cents to point out the idea that maybe on top of being a terrible boxing promoter and manager, that she also has a penchant for simply emasculating our friend Ian as much as physically possible, while also telling him that he deserves this because he has a penis. I mean, honestly, if any guy was talking to their girlfriend the way that she talks to him, I think the bartender would hand them the old note. For me, it's genuinely despicable. Anyway.
iDubbbz just lost his boxing match. iDubbbz just lost his boxing match. iDubbbz just lost his boxing match.
Actually, I mean not anyway. I mean, this woman has been behind most of his worst decisions in the past, 5 years? While watching a large chunk of his 24-hour apology charity stream, where you still get to pay for it, by the way. Anytime anyone asked him a question, especially about his actual opinion, she answered as if she was his conscience, you know what I mean? It's fucking sick. I think that's the real crux of this issue, is that yeah, it's fun to make fun of him and screw her and everything, but Jesus Christ, dude, get some help. In this day and age, I genuinely don't think even the biggest sexists on the planet want to see someone living the life of an abused 1950s housewife. I mean, if you see any content from them from the past year, she's literally right beside him. Until any controversy happens, then she's just a disembodied voice off screen as he shoves ketchup down his throat and wears makeup. I can't get over that. Not to mention being publicly called out for thirsting for leafy cock. Yes, leafy cock. And then giving a response so bad that I don't believe it. I swear the only good thing that comes out of the folly of our 2 protagonists today is that it teaches young people what not to do. Don't do this. Whichever one of these guys you see yourself as, don't be like them. You are unironically better off doing whippets and driving with Jet Neptune and Brandon Buckingham. I'm not even joking. If you look on Twitter, it would seem as though the commentary community may or may not successfully bully them into actually having relevant people at Creator Clash 3. However, I just want them to go away. Like, where's the critical drinker when you need him? Go away now. God, I love the funny island people.
I guess her had been stretched out in a while,
So then I was doing all the stretching. It's like my starting to get numb, and
Up next, we have a Nightmare World segment starring some degenerates, the likes of which we've truly rarely see. The king and queen of the porn podcast, Lena the Plug, and our friend, Adam22. Now, Adam fits into one of the most horrible brackets of influencer online. That is, of course, person who does regular content but also does prawn. Now, in this day and age, many people fall into this category. However, if, for example, you're more likely to bust a nut watching Amaranth's regular-ass stream than her actual OF content. And if you told me you found that video of the amazing atheist shoving bananas and hot oil up his ass by accident, I'd call you a liar. Although it is literally the funniest thing I've ever seen. He's like pouring oil from the stove on himself and going like, like fucking Randy Marsh. I mean, it's brilliant. Adam and Lena do so much content with mainstream stars of the industry that you're liable to see his butt cheeks on Pornhub just by accident, which is really what I look for in a hip-hop podcast host. This level of TMI has reached new heights, as I'm probably sure you're already all aware, as Adam22 is proudly sending his wife to go bang a black porn star like a month after they got married. Jesus, this is the kind of stuff that makes young white males join America first. I get it now. Now, without delving into the intricacies of their semi-open relationship, it's important to note that for whatever reason, this married couple splits all of their finances down the middle. Which is weird because he has an incredibly successful podcast where he doesn't have to fuck anyone in the butt. So you would think that once you achieve that level of success, you would want dudes to stop beating off to your wife. This is not Adam. There is a version of this video from a couple days ago where we spent a lot of time theorizing on maybe she got tired of the open relationship only being open in one way. Maybe she forced his hand or something. However, in the days since, it has become clear that no, Adam is simply an old-school, regular cuck. And much like Queen Kefal's spending the last of his dying father's money on titty implants, and then, instead of consoling their grieving mother, instead going into their father's medicine cabinet to steal drugs, some people just get off on you knowing just how shitty they are. Now, to be fully fair to Adam and Lena, this is nowhere near that bad. These are all consenting adults here, and we're just picking fun, honestly. I think it is still the straw that broke the white boy summer camel's back, if you will. I wasn't even sure if Ryan Gosling's appearance in the Barbie movie was going to be enough to offset the movie about the creation of Israel. But this is uncomebackfromable. This dude's beefing with Leafy on Twitter. For some reason, Leafy is the one person who really got under his skin, which is honestly an accomplishment. Even Boogie's trying to get at him, and Keemstar's literally helping. Something about this is very sick and perverse, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's very fitting that something like this would happen the same year we're actually having a debate on whether or not men can breastfeed. You know, that Family Guy joke? Now, although at first many thought that Adam was buck broken, as I alluded to earlier, what I actually think happened is he's kind of winding down his hip-hop part of his career so he doesn't have to hang out around the tough guys anymore, so he can be more open and more free to be himself. I push my fingers in my eyes.